Well, hello there, boys. It's good to see you. So today, my friends, we're going to be taking on the task of ranking Season 4 the worst to best changes that they implemented in the new season. Now, overall, I absolutely love Season 4, but that does not mean that there's not a few different things that we're going to poop on here. So let's go ahead and get started with our number 10 slot. Now, coming in at number 10, we have the Season 4 Battle Pass. Now, some of you guys might be thinking, why are you ripping on the Battle Pass? It was actually a really, really good Battle Pass. There's a lot of really, really cool skins in this, and of course, I mean, we got Orange Justice, the emote, so what else do you need, really? But overall, while the Battle Pass is fantastic, the major gripe I have with it is that the Tier 1 and the Tier 100 slots are basically the same exact skin, but just recolored. I definitely felt like in Season 3 and even in Season 2, there was a huge build up to grinding that level 100 skin. This is, of course, if you don't buy the entire way through. That John Wick and reaching that John Wick was so much of an achievement, and it was so iconic, and you could tell across the map that this was a John Wick. Honestly, the level 100 skin for this Battle Pass just feels like another Dark Voyager skin. To be honest, it doesn't feel like anything really special. When I see a person wearing this, it doesn't kind of like stand out. Maybe the memes just haven't been created yet. I don't know. But overall, I would have loved to see another more irreplaceable skin in this slot. So coming in at number 9 is probably the thing that I'm most upset about. Out of all of the things on this list, is the one that hits me personally the hardest. And I understand meteors are big things with big explosion radiuses. But Fortnite, why'd you have to take away the factories, man? The factories have been my go-to landing spot since the beginning of this game. I've been playing this game since September of last year. That's a lot of months of Fortnite landing at factories pretty much once per day. If I'm playing Fortnite for the day, I'm landing factories, and no longer is this an option for me, man. It was the perfect spot, just between Salty, just between Retail, just between Dusty. The rest of the map was opened up from this spot. I absolutely loved landing there, and just F in the chat, man. I'm gonna pay so many respects to this place, and I'm gonna miss it a whole lot. So coming in at number 8 is the secret rocket launch facility outside of Snobby Shores. I mean, this place had the potential to be one of the coolest parts of the entire map. It's so unique. It's so cool how you actually traverse this thing. It's almost like a puzzle figuring out how to go up and down quickly in this thing, especially if you're fighting people. But the reason it's so low and it's one of the worst additions is the fact that they forgot to add a single loot spawn to this entire place. Of course, I'm exaggerating. There's like maybe 1 or 2 chests every single time you drop here. I legit have found the worst loot. The gameplay you're watching now is the best loot that I've ever found in this place ever, and it's not even that great. There's barely any floor loot. There's barely any chest to check out, and honestly, it's a really cool location, but the loot just makes it a place I will never ever go to again. And maybe if they buff it later, it'll be higher up on this list. But oh my gosh, what a terrible drop if you're actually trying to win the game. So coming in at number 7 is one that's very hard for me to put on the bad side of the list per se, kind of like toward the worst side rather than the best side, because I really like the location and I like a lot of the elements. I'm actually going to talk about some of the elements of this location later on. But Dusty Divot, I feel like, is the new Tilted while Tilted still exists. Basically, I think there are 2 main locations to go to, and I know Dusty Divot has barely any loot. I don't think people are going to go there forever, but as it stands right now, a ton of people drop Tilted, and then a ton of people drop Dusty Divot. And basically, if you want to get kills, you have to go to one of those 2 locations, and even if you go there, kill everybody off, you have a really fun early game. So many people are dying Tilted and so many people are dying Dusty that basically the entire mid game is just spent running around looking for people. And I don't know about you guys, but it seems to be a pretty much average that whenever the first zone starts moving in, there's only like 20 people left already. And I don't see anyone the entire rest of the game until the very end when the zone forces everybody to come in and fight. So I don't know about you guys, but I actually like the action to be spread out throughout my games. I don't like super exciting earlies. I would rather have it like pretty exciting, not like the utmost like 50 people fighting, but throughout the entire game rather than everybody fighting in the very beginning. So that's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, but let's get on to number 6. So coming in at number 6 is actually the theme for this season, which of course is superheroes. Now that of itself is pretty cool. It's not like the most amazing thing in the entire world, but the amazing part about this, and the reason that it's kind of high up here, is that basically DC is owned by the same company that owns Epic, which means that Epic has the ability to basically copy DC skins and put them into this game. Now, obviously, they're not going to be doing that 1-to-1 ratio. If you take a look at the Wonder Woman skin we have and then the real Wonder Woman, obviously, they're not the exact same skin. However, the possibilities are absolutely endless with this. We could basically get a Batman skin, we could get a Green Lantern skin, a Joker skin. It doesn't really matter, you name it, they can put it into the game. And obviously, we don't have many of these so far, we just have the Wonder Woman. However, as the item shop gets updated, I think we're going to start getting some really, really cool skins that actually have like these Batmans and Jokers and just basically very, very cool DC skins that they are able to put in the game because they're owned as the same company that owns DC. So basically, I'm really, really excited to looking forward to the item shop, and this is kind of a hopeful thinking thing, but I think we're going to get some really, really cool skins coming up here in the near future. So coming in at number 5 are the conspiracy theories that are already starting for Season 5. Now, I don't know if I agree with these per se, but I saw a lot of people tweeting me about this, wanting me to talk about it, and I figured it deserved a pretty good spot on this list just because of how good Season 3's conspiracy theories actually were. Now, in Season 3, we had Tilted getting nuked, then it was Dusty Depot, then Tilted was going to get, like, some sort of alien invasion. Basically, there's so much to kind of, like, talk about and see in this game. I'm actually going to talk about it in another point here, but as for number 5, the fact that there is a giant dinosaur footprint in the middle of the map on a film set is probably the coolest thing I've seen in a long, long time. Now, it's very, very possible, and I actually think it's more probable that this isn't anything really, really special. I think it's just kind of like a film set that maybe they were filming and then they just kind of abandoned it for a day. Obviously, the storyline for Save the World is that there's a storm that came in, everybody was getting killed and everything like that. So I don't think it's going to actually end up being anything, but the fact that there is a brand new film set with a giant footprint in it is very, very interesting to me. Maybe it means something, maybe it doesn't. I think it more than likely doesn't, but it's honestly really, really cool to see, and the fact that this has a potential is so cool for Fortnite. So coming in at number 4 is the actual storyline that Fortnite seems to be taking on. Obviously, for Season 1 and Season 2, there was absolutely nothing going on. It was just like, this is the map, you play the map, it's a battle royale, boom, bada boom, we're done. Season 3 introduced an actual kind of like evolving storyline in this map where basically there was a meteor that appeared one day, and then there was a meteor shower that kind of like was going across the sky, and then the meteors actually started hitting Earth, and then there were 5 or 6 at a time, and then of course the giant cutscene that came at the very, very end is probably the coolest thing that I think Fortnite could have done and taken this game in the direction without changing the gameplay whatsoever. The map actually has a storyline now, and I think that's the best improvement they could have made, and that's why it's so high on this list of the best things, is just because like they did not have to do this. The game would be super successful without it, but with all of this stuff to talk about and people debating on like, do you think the meteor's gonna hit, where is this gonna hit, everything like that is probably the coolest thing that Fortnite could have added in, man. I really, really enjoy actually following along with the storyline of this map with a game that isn't about storyline whatsoever. I think it's really, really cool, and the devs have done an absolutely fantastic job of adding it into the game. So number 3 is one for all of us who are really, really impatient and or dumb or stupid, depending on how you look at it. Those of us who buy the way through the entire battle pass but still play the game a ton. Obviously, in the past, there was no real benefit to ranking up. There was no reason to get to level 100. There's no reason to even grind levels after you have the entire battle pass, if that's all you were interested in. But now there are actual upgradable skins, which is the coolest addition and kind of the next level of Fortnite. And I'm so happy that they have implemented this in and actually makes the skins a little bit different in terms of number 1 versus number 100, because basically as you level yourself up and if you get to the max level of 85 throughout the entire season, you're actually going to unlock a full set, an entire set of gear that can all go on your character and basically transform him into an entirely new character by the end of the season. I think this is a really, really cool addition and something Fortnite definitely needs. Not only the skins, but also additional draw to the skins that makes you want to grind. Like, I want to play right now. I don't want to be making this video. I want to play because I want to be the first one to unlock that level 85 skin and have the fully upgraded level 100 battle pass skin. I think that'd be really, really cool. Obviously, I'm still making the video, so whatever, guys. So coming in at the second best thing about this update, one that I am so excited they have added in, and that is the ability to actually earn secret skins after buying the battle pass. So there is one secret skin that's in the game right now. It's called Blockbuster, and you have to complete the full week of challenges for 7 weeks, which means that no one will know what this skin actually is, but we're going to be slowly working our way toward it for the next 41 days. Week 7 unlocks basically in 47 days, so that's the first day that we're actually going to be able to unlock the skin. It's the first time that 7 weeks have been completely opened opened up. And basically, I am so looking forward to seeing what this skin is. I really hope it is that kind of like super rare DC skin where it's maybe a Batman or something like that, but we won't actually know for 41 more days, and that's great. It's more speculation, it's more people talking about what it could possibly be, and obviously something to work toward the entire time you are playing, and that is just of the utmost excitement to me. That's what I love about Fortnite, and I think the devs have made a huge decision that is just in the definite right direction by adding this in with the Battle Pass for Season 4. So coming in at number 1, the all-time best thing that they added in with Season 4 are the little tiny baby meteors that are placed around the map, around each and every meteor that has landed, that allow you to go into low gravity mode. Now, I don't know about you guys, but this absolutely makes me want to get a blitz mode that has basically permanent low gravity, just permanent resources, where basically you can just jump up, turbo build, jump around, and just basically be a high-flying, just kind of weird version of Fortnite, where it's just so completely different. I know it's annoying to get jumped on by people who have this thing, because it's so hard to shoot them out of midair and everything like that, but if everybody was on equal playing ground, I would love to see an LTM of this kind of mode where you're just jumping around, bouncing around, and just absolutely slaying out, man. I think it's one of the coolest features they've added in, and kind of one that really changes up the gameplay, and honestly adds a lot to the mid game, because you can travel just such a far distance in such a small amount of time. The amount of plays that have been pulled off with this thing are absolutely insane, and I love them so much. I know they're kind of controversial, but as for my list, this is definitely the number 1 slot. So that is my list for the worst to best things added in Season 4 for Fortnite. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you think the little tiny baby meters are the worst thing ever. Let me know if you think Dusty Divot is the best thing ever. Let me know. Let me know in the comments down below. Also, if you guys have any other ranking videos, if you guys have any other ideas for things you want me to do, put them down below in the comments, and I might end up using one of them in a future video. But as for me, guys, make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a like if you made it this far, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.